You want more views, you don't know how to get them. You see people blowing up on TikTok and you have no idea how. Maybe you had a video blow up and you've had no luck recreating that. Like many people, you are probably wondering, how does the algorithm work? I'm Dave Lisowski. I'm the host of a show called How to Win with Video, where I interview different experts on how they're using video and video strategies to get the results that they're looking for in their businesses. The clip that I'm about to cut to is a snippet of an interview that I did with Kyle Kaplanis, who is a TikTok marketing and branding expert. He manages TikTok influencers, and he also works with brands, consulting them on how to grow their audience, connect with the right people, and make more sales using TikTok. That said, he's got a pretty solid grasp on how the algorithm does what it does. In this, he explains what the algorithm picks up on from your videos and how it uses that information to push it out to the right places. It's a good bit different from Instagram, where the focus for at least a long time was having a pretty feed and a consistent theme. That way Instagram knew where to push you, and if you differed from that, it was going to stop showing your content to people. If you're someone who likes switching it up and posting about different types of things, or not, either way, I think you're going to like what Kyle has to say about the TikTok algorithm. If you're using TikTok for your business, leave a comment with what's been working for you. And if you're watching and you love what Kyle's saying and what we're talking about, give a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, because we got a lot more videos like this coming out all the time. I'm going to jump over to the clip now, where it starts off with me asking Kyle, how much does video quality matter on TikTok? Here we go. You've seen a difference in the impact of engagement and reach and everything from a TikTok just like shot on a phone in the platform, everything like that, versus something that's kind of a little more professionally put together and then uploaded there? Because I've seen basically your exact setup now. I've seen a few of yours where you kind of have this setup going with like the text boxes above and below it and everything like that. Do you notice a difference in those ones versus like more just kind of like, hey, here I am? That's totally how you TikTok too. Hey, here I am.
Exactly. To be honest, like it doesn't make a difference where I am. I've had videos, some videos do better when I'm least expecting it. I'm just like in the kitchen or something. So that's the cool part, is it's not about what technology, like what products you have. If you have a better camera or anything, the only thing that you can do to make yourself stand out is to share what you have. So the only thing that I can mention with TikTok is you do have like a 2-second, 3-second window max to get somebody's attention. So the videos that have done best for me is because of the hook, not because of where I am or what I'm doing.
Which people should run with anyway. And we are in an age of very short attention spans, regardless of TikTok or not.
Exactly. So there's lots of strategies behind that. I'm still learning that every day. Are you kidding? There's things I'm like, okay, this was a good hook, and then it didn't do as good. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then there's sometimes I don't think it's a good hook, but it was apparently. So there's lots of different methods. But the cool thing with TikTok is you get to just try things. You don't have to be like on an Instagram feed where a lot of people were really big in the aesthetic. Like, how does it look when somebody comes, right? Like, is it going to fit? And if I throw a video of my dog, it's going to throw off the entire page because it doesn't fit within my brand. But on TikTok, you can just do what you want. If you want to talk about your dog, but you talk about your business as well, you could do it. There's no aesthetic there. You just get to just show up. So you get to try all sorts of stuff. You can try the same style of video, like the same exact messaging in 10 different ways and just post all 10. You're not going to annoy people because of the way the algorithm pushes it to the For You page. Those videos will be displayed differently to different people. So that's what's so fun about it too. There's no limits. You can create as many as you want and have fun with them in all different ways.
Yeah. So the way that the algorithm works is, we've talked a little bit about how it's going to, as a viewer, it's going to figure out what you like to see based on what you're watching and engaging with. It's going to start showing you that specifically. It's going to narrow it down. Now, how does that work in reverse? When you are the publisher, the creator, is it going to figure out what type of content you create and then show that to the right people? It seems like it would just make sense that way, but with the algorithms all over the place and the things always shifting, I wanted to figure out what you've noticed about it.
Yeah, no, it really is that simple. And that's why it's so powerful is, you talk about photography in your video, it's going to pick up what you mentioned. So the AI behind the algorithm, like it's not heavy on hashtags where some other platforms are really like, it's like SEO focused with based off the hashtags. It's not like that. It can sense what you're doing in the video. It can pick up what you're saying. If you use little text on screen features, it do that. And then it will display it to those people who've engaged with content similar to that. So maybe they like photography stuff. So it's going to push it to those people versus your whole followership. This is why you can create different niches. It's not going to just push it to people who follow you. It's going to only push it to the people who want to hear that, regardless if they're following you or not. So that's what's so cool about it. Whereas other other platforms, I mean, if you have a bunch of followers, but you do create different content, it's going to push it to them and they might not care about that part of your business. They're like, I could care less. So they scroll and they might get annoyed because you're now giving them information they don't care about. So then you might lose followers or people are not going to be as engaged with you because you're just giving them things they don't care about. So, whereas we're on TikTok, it's going to push it to what you want to see. And that's what's fun. That's what makes it unique. And that's what makes the engagement so strong. You're going to drive way more comments on there. You're going to have people really involved. You're going to get people giving you tons of feedback. And so, which is going to help your business because the more feedback you get, the better you can grow and understand what's going on in your business. So it's just a fantastic place.
Yeah. Now, I listened to, I believe it was one of your TikToks where you were talking about, I think it was like a law firm that restarted their page like 4 times to get it right. And their process to kind of figure that out. So to my understanding, it was they would put out like 3 or 4 videos a day for the first week. And if none of them reached a certain point of virality, like 25,000 views or something like that, they would take down the whole page and start over.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, to talk about strategy, if it worked, it worked, which apparently it did. But what is the benefit of a strategy like that versus kind of pushing things out, seeing how they work, and then tweaking from there?
Yeah. So there's a lot of truth behind their strategy that they do think. So what happens is the algorithm needs to know who's got social currency, who's going to be are you going to be a trusting source of good stuff? Are people going to share your content? If you are, they're obviously going to favor you because you're doing great things for the platform. So their methodology with that was, okay, we have this short window of opportunity to get some traction, which will then tell the app, wow, these guys are doing a great job right away. Let's go ahead and start featuring them more because clearly people love them straight away. Whereas if you kind of go the slower method, like my account, right? Like I'm just doing whatever. I'm not, of course I'm making content for it. I would love some growth, but I'm not trying to really dive into some of these strategies. I'm doing other things on the side. I'm helping my daughter and things like that. But if you do it like more slow, you still have opportunities, but you do have to create a little bit more content to let the app trust you enough that you're going to show up every day, you're going to be consistent, and you're going to put out good content. So the method that they were doing, that's like hardcore. They wanted to grow. They had a plan to reach masses, millions of followers right away. They knew what they were going to do. If somebody's going to do that, you have to have a plan just like them. They planned out all 12 videos to be perfect. And I mean, if you check out their content, it is incredible. Really high production. Like for one, it's really high production. It's high quality. They do a lot of transitions. The film work is great. Everything they say is planned out and perfect. So if you were going to do that strategy, you definitely have to have a hardcore plan. There are some people who've had really good success in the beginning, weren't even planning it. Their first video had millions, and they get pushed in the algorithm and their videos will have more success. So, but it's kind of hard to plan that way. But I've had good videos with my content that have happened like 40 videos later. So you just have to be consistent is the key truth. If you're looking to be hardcore like those guys, that's a good strategy, but you have to be like ready and have a good plan. If not, consistency is the key to success. So yeah.